Hey everybody, it's Sarah Cahias. I am here today because I'm kind of going through something and it's emotional and it's, um, I think, brought on by some physical needs from pains and things in my body, as well as my husband's been gone and I'm kind of going through a little bit of an emotional life trial. Let's put it that way. Okay. So I decided that I would come in here and just kind of be real with you guys and let you know that it's not always that joyful, I have the answers moment. Well, I do have tools. I love the tools that I have. I love these oils. I love reading scripture and praying and doing, yoga type of breath techniques and just meditating on the Word of God and understanding how powerful He is and that He's right there with me. So while I have these tools, it doesn't make me immune to the feelings, right? And hopefully I'm not alone in this. But I wanted to say that I am thankful because when I fight my feelings with thankfulness and gratitude, I find that I do better. So I want to say thank you to each of you who participate in this group, to each of you who reaches out to me, to each of you who asks about my family, to each of you who has ever fed me a meal, to each of you who invites me to hang out and to come to your home to help you learn about things for so many different reasons. I'm so thankful for so many different people in my life and for so many different experiences. So thankfulness, gratitude is one tool. Let me go on to a couple of the essential oils. I actually made these up for a class the other day, and I think the storm that we just experienced here in Florida is kind of turning our calendars a little upside down, and so hopefully we'll find a new rhythm or reestablish a rhythm this coming week. But this class was to focus on the emotional needs based on the movie Inside Out. And so it's exciting for me because I absolutely love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. My older brother got to work on this film, and it is a great conversation starter for kids with emotions. And I think even for adults, it's important to take note of the psychological message that is in there so that we can utilize all of these different emotions the right way because they're all necessary at different times. So let me first sum up and I'll show you the bottles that I have made, and then you can meet the characters if you're unfamiliar with the movie. Sadness, joy, disgust, fear, anger, and yes, I did include Bing Bong. So Bing Bong is actually just a figment of one of the characters' imaginations, but she is an incredible little kid who, pretends that there's lava on the floor and she has to jump from furniture to furniture, and Bing Bong's right there with her as her imaginary friend. And I think sometimes as we get older, we forget to use our imagination and our creativity. And I know, personally speaking, I can get so wrapped up in my day-to-day stuff that sometimes I will decline playing with my kids because I need to get this done. And so Bing Bong needs to restore that message of hope that creativity brings and the imagination that we've been given, because we are all creative in our own ways, in different ways. So let me show you the blends, and here's the recipes. So these are 5 milliliter roller bottles, and I particularly like the ones that have the steel roller bottle, the roller ball, and I like in this 5 milliliter bottle, I only like 3 drops of each oil. I use 2 oils in each roller, essential oils, and then I fill up the rest with a carrier oil, such as like fractionated coconut oil, or you can use your favorite one that you have on hand. So my first one that I'm going to talk about, I actually pulled out sadness first, rather than introducing you to joy first, because like I said, sometimes these videos are for joyful purposes and to share my excitement for things, and sometimes it's because there's something real happening and we all experience life. So sadness is the one that I actually reached for today, and I applied this roller to my wrists, Ooh, take a nice deep breath. And I even put a little bit in the palm of my hand to cup around my nose and my mouth and take a nice deep breath so that I can start to get it up into my olfactory system and my limbic system so that I am remembering that there is hope and I can be comforted. As well as, just taking some time to ask God to rejuvenate my spirit. So console is the first one. Console is the comforting blend. And then hope. Hope is the Healing Hands Foundation blend, where when you purchase it, the entire purchase price goes back to a Healing Hands project that they're working on. So you can go to doTERRAHealingHands.org and you can see all of their projects that they're working on and even make a donation. If you are a regular purchaser, I highly recommend just clicking the box of donate $1 to the Healing Hands so that with every purchase, you're giving $1 to those programs. They rescue kids and women from sex trafficking, and they rehabilitate them. They help young women from third world countries with their feminine needs. They help build wells. They help build clinics. They help build schools. They help provide support for communities in need. And this is a tremendous organization. doTERRA actually started it before they were ever profitable. It was their heart that they would be able to help the entire world, and not just those who are purchasing their oils, but people who are even providing their oils and beyond. So the next one I'm going to show you, that was sadness with console and hope, 3 drops of each oil. Let me point this out. Because there is no dropper on this, it actually comes with a roller top. Then I actually took this off and I used a little pipette to squeeze out 3 drops. So you can do that, or if you decide to use an empty bottle, you can also just pour some hope oil into an empty bottle that was previously used for something, and then you can drop it from there. Okay, the next one is, let's go ahead and go to Joy. Because, she's the main character. She popped up first. I don't know. Would she be the main character, or would Sadness be the main character, or Riley? I don't know. Comment below and let me know what you think. So right here, Joy. This is kind of obvious. If you know anything about doTERRA essential oils, then you know they're joyful blends. The joyful blend by name is Elevation. And then the other one, the uplifting blend, is Cheer. So I actually just combine these. And you can do whatever you want, but I use 3 drops of each. Maybe some people don't prefer Elevation. Maybe they don't prefer Cheer. You can also go to Citrus Bliss or Wild Orange. I just like the citruses together because they're really uplifting. This particular blend is a little bit more on the floral side when you keep it equal Elevation and Cheer, but it's very uplifting, and I absolutely love to be able to apply it again to my pulse points. But because I already applied the Sadness blend, I will actually do this one as my perfume points. So a little something for when Chris gets home tonight, so I smell nice, right? The next one, so that is Joy with Elevation and Cheer, 3 drops of each essential oil, and then fill it up with a carrier oil. The next one, let's go on to anger. If you've ever experienced anger, right? Sometimes we get hot in the face. Sometimes we're just really passionate about something. Maybe it's righteous anger. Maybe it's something where you're so passionate about a cause that you are spurred up and you just keep getting worked up over the issues that are going on in this world. Well, I find that anger can actually be a useful tool. Granted, every tool can be a negative, right? But we need to use the emotions that we've been given in a healthy way. And so what I use for this blend is passion and motivate. And part of this is to remind me that I can use my passion to motivate myself to good action, right? Passion is our inspiring blend, and it has a little bit of cinnamon and florals in there, and I absolutely love this one. It's almost like a candy aroma to me. And then Motivate is our encouraging blend. Who doesn't need encouragement? Come on, we all do. So again, 3 drops of each of these, and then fill up the rest with carrier oil. I love these 2 together. Even 1 drop of each in a diffuser is plenty because they're pretty intense, this blend, but it is really encouraging, and I already feel better. Like, I'm already starting to feel myself come back to normal right now. All right, the next one in the lineup of our emotions is fear. And we deal with this one, I think, when we're kids and we have fear of the unknown. Maybe when we're teenagers because of the fear of rejection or the fear of people and what they think of us. Maybe as young adults, the fear of success or finding our path. As my age, I'm almost 38. My birthday's in about a week, and I find that I have a fear that I didn't do enough, that I didn't accomplish enough, that I didn't learn enough, that I didn't try enough. And I have to remind myself that I'm only 38 and I get to do more, right? So fear is not just of the boogeyman, not just of, being alone, but it's also the fear of, the tangible things. So we have to be aware that fear is real and we can protect ourselves. But ultimately, fear is also something that we need to surrender. That vulnerability that fear can bring can actually be very helpful for a release of being able to trust God in a new way. Trusting that there is more to this life than what is tangible. So I put in Fear's Blend. Oh gosh, I love that smell. It's so good. I put On Guard and Peace. Peace, be still. Peace is our reassuring blend. It's going to be okay. And then On Guard, because I just kind of wanted to be witty and on guard, like guard yourself from fear. This is our protective blend. So, I thought, trying to be a little punny, I decided to combine these two into the Fear Blend. And yes, they will help with your immune system. Yes, they will help calming emotions, but they'll also help with sleep. So you have a lot of different options with just this roll-on. And then if you go down the lineup, you can also look at the individual oils and see which ones are going to help with what. The last in the lineup is the one with Bing Bong. I forgot Disgust. Let me go there first. Oops. Okay, so Disgust. So in the movie, Disgust appears when Riley first has to try broccoli. And so we're not going to talk about food disgusts. We're going to talk about feeling like we're disgusted with people. Like maybe there's some unforgiveness, some bitterness, or some emotions that we can't work out, and it's not anger, but maybe it's envy, or maybe it's jealousy, or maybe it's hurt, or maybe it's you fill in the blank. But disgust actually comes into play for us. I find, at least for me, that disgust comes in when I have been hurt. When somebody said something in a way that I misunderstood, or maybe I didn't misunderstand it at all. They just meant to hurt me. But I find that disgust comes in and it doesn't really affect the other person. It just affects me and I become unforgiving or bitter. And so the oils that I combined with this are Forgive and Wild Orange. So first, Wild Orange, super uplifting. Love citrus aromas. Love wild orange. But wild orange is known as an emotional oil to relieve certain stresses in our system. It can help to calm our minds, to calm that feeling of anxiety. But Forgive is the renewing blend. And sometimes that's what we need, right? Sometimes we need a fresh start. We need to renew our minds. We need to renew the way we think about a situation and let go of the disgust or the bitterness that we can feel. So disgust, it's a little bit more earthy, a little more grassy because of the Forgive, but that's why I put wild orange in there as well, is to just kind of brighten the aroma. But I find that even just smelling it from the bottle, there's this sensation of calm. That renewing sensation of I need to retrain my thoughts, retrain my brain into not looking at the person as the problem. Arguments typically come up, communication issues typically come up simply because we have a misunderstanding or because we want our voice to be heard. So it's time to renew the way we think and the way we communicate. and listen a little bit more, and listen with a heart that chooses to err on the side of grace, because other people don't know how to communicate with us either. And that's a learned skill per relationship. So don't expect a stranger to know exactly who you are right away. Don't expect even a longtime friend to know exactly what you need right away. Don't expect your spouse to know what you need without you voicing what you need or your expectations. So renew your mind, forgive, and then get out there and remove your bitterness so that you can be healthy in your thinking and even in your body. That kind of stress really wears on us. Okay, now for the last one, our creativity, our Bing Bong side. So if you're familiar with the movie, Bing Bong is her imaginary friend, the creative side of Riley. And when she sees lava on the floor and she jumps from couch to couch, he's there. And of course, as kids get older, as we get older as adults, we start to lose that side of us. And even when I sometimes decline playing with my kids because I have to get stuff done, I find that I still need those creative moments because I need to let loose. I need to have fun, like turn on some dance music, have a dance party, just have a good time. So with this one, I actually didn't focus on the good time factor because we've got Joy for that. But I focused on sleep. Bing Bong was her imaginary friend. And for me, I think dreams can be a release as well as kind of like, you know, those dreams when you're flying or those dreams when you're leaping and bounding and it's like gravity doesn't exist. You can do anything. And then, of course, you have those weird dreams later. But I find that with really cool dreams, we become inspired. And so I decided to balance out our sleep and give us peace by combining two of my absolute favorite sleep oils, Balance, the grounding blend, and Serenity, the restful blend. So these are for good dreams. Good dreams throughout the night, good dreams throughout the day. Release those thoughts of I can't and enjoy those thoughts of let's see what else I can do. Stay grounded, stay balanced, stay grounded with who should be in your life. Keeping your husband and your kids, your family members, your close friends near you. Keep your Bible, keep your faith so close at heart that you are grounded. But man, let it be like a balloon that's still tethered, right? That balloon is just happy. It bounces with the wind. It kind of goes with the flow of everything. And it's just having a good time and it's happy. I mean, you see a balloon and you're happy. I don't know many people who are afraid of balloons, but I'm sure that there are some. But I find that if you just imagine yourself as the balloon, I know some people say be the duck. I'm going to say be the balloon. Be the balloon and just enjoy what comes your way. So I roll on Bing Bong, actually just on the tip of my nose. That's one. For when I sleep, or even just on the top of my lip right here, so I can smell it just before I go to bed, even across my chest, and the bottom of my feet, especially the big toe. So if you know anything about reflexology points, the big toe is a direct connection to our heads, and it helps to relieve the system as things touch the big toe, pressure points, or even essential oils and fragrances. They can help to go throughout the entire system of our bodies and to relieve things before it gets to our brain. So I hope this was really helpful for you guys. I don't want to get too serious because I do want to keep things in a way that you want to receive it. So I hope this was really helpful and you had a good time learning these recipes. Again, with each of these oils, 3 drops of each, you can adjust however you need. This is a 5 milliliter roller. I do 3 drops of each of the oils or oil blends, and then I fill it up with a carrier oil, top it off, stick a sticker on it, and call it a day. Keep them with you. If you're new to your oils, don't be scared of them. Pull them out. They came from plants, guys. Don't be fearful of things that are out there in nature, especially because doTERRA did all the hard work, did all the research for you, and they have the proof out there to show you just how clean they sourced these. the fact that they are giving back to all these communities is tremendous to me. And I have no qualms about supporting a company that can do that and provide such an incredible product. So enjoy your day. God bless you all, and be the balloon today. Okay, let it roll off. I'm going to be the balloon, and I'm going to go have lunch with a friend, and I'm just going to enjoy the fact that there's still so much ahead, that yes, these trials need to happen so that I can appreciate the good stuff that's about to happen too. All right, guys, comment below. Let me know what you liked. Let me know which blend you prefer. Mix them up today. If you need roller bottles, I still have a few on hand you can purchase from me if you're local, or you can certainly go to Amazon.com, or doTERRA has some in the DIY accessories section, so you can buy 10 milliliter rollers and double the recipe. If it's for kids, keep the same recipe. All right, guys, see you later.